Hi, welcome to Dre's Club, and I'm your host, Lil Boo Bit. And I want to come to you on today, first of all, giving thanks for this day, giving thanks for Dre's Club, giving thanks for you, and giving all honor and praise to my God, my Creator. And today I just want to go over a positive vibration of making time to meditate. We need to be able to just take time out for ourselves. I like to do it basically at the beginning of my day, as soon as my eyes wake up, before I get out of bed, going over the thoughts that I have for that day, going over the plans that I have for that day, setting my mindset set up for goodness, telling myself that today is the best day of my life. Today is the first day of the best day of the rest of my life. Today is a new day, and it's a clean slate. And in this brand new day, I will have greatness. And those are just some of the things that I just sit back and I just allow my mind to flow to. And in the process of doing that, I actually do have a great day. Why? Because I've mapped out my day. I didn't just jump up out of bed. I'm not doing a routine thing every day where I'm getting up on autopilot, not using the power of my mind. Um, when you have the same routine on the every day, if you're getting up at the same time, if you're driving to the same location, if you're driving down the same street, you can do that on autopilot. And if it's not true, you can talk to someone who has been under the influence of maybe drugs or alcohol very highly and came home, and the next day they make a statement of, I don't even remember how I got here. And they was probably could have been the one driving. You know, it's different even if you're in the back seat, or even then, when you're not using your mind to, uh, let me see, when you're not challenging your mind, it will be just like a plane or a car that's in cruise control. You just floating along and you really not paying attention to what you are doing or your surroundings. So we want to be able to make time to meditate, to open up our minds and to get those juices flowing. Okay. I want to read something. It says, when you give and carry out acts of kindness, it's as though something inside your body responds and says, yes, this is how I ought to feel. And that is by Rabbi Harold Kushner. And I'm reading that because, the stage that we're on as far as the grieving process, we're on the bargaining and anger, or being angry. We're at bargaining and being angry. So when you're at that stage, especially if it's a loss as far as material, when you lose a material loss, you can call, you can bargain, you can say, hey, I'm going to do this if y'all will give me time to do this, or if you give me time to do that. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to give you any more time. So when you're bargaining and then you don't receive that which you're bargaining for, what happens? You become angry, you know? And we know it's okay. Yeah, you can become angry, but are you going to do something positive about it? Are you going to be mad enough to where you're saying, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm going to do something different. I'm going out and I'm going to get the job so I can be able to pay the things, on time. So I don't have to have someone coming in and repossessing anything. Or if it's in a situation to where, you're bargaining with God with something that you know is not going to happen, or is something that you want that is possible to happen, and you're bargaining, you know, and that doesn't happen, you also get upset. So get angry enough to say, you know what, I'm going to do something about this situation. I'm going to go out here and see what it is that I can do within my power to go and receive that which I'm bargaining for. Whether you're bargaining God or whether you're bargaining an actual person, you know, um, when you're going through situations of loss and you're bargaining and you're upset, that affects those around you. And you blaming everybody, you going off on everybody, but you have to really get yourself together on the inside. And this is why it is good to make time to meditate. Just taking time out, taking a breather, taking a step away from reality. Because we know that seeing is not believing, but believing is seeing. So you get your mind together on those things that you already have, on the things that you are able to work with now. And then that will be able to help you to be able to bring that more of which that you want. Okay. It reminds me of a story I was thinking about with my cousins. I was at work today and I had my jacket on. And they would used to always wear their coats in the house or they jacket. And I'd be like, take it off. What you got them jackets on for? They would say they was cold. I wasn't cold. I was thinking they were just basically doing things just to be spiteful, just to irritate me. But truth be told, I was already irritated. I was already agitated, because of what was going on within me, because of the things that I was focusing on. See, I was focusing on those have-nots. I was focused on those shouldas and couldas and wouldas and the negative what ifs. So those who would be around me, I made it miserable for them. Even though I wasn't understanding that I was the cause of their miserability, is that even if that's a real word, but I was. So I say that to say this. You have to also be mindful of the company that you are keeping in this mind frame that you are in. Because if you bring around people that in the same mind frame as you, that's just like the saying, the blind leading the blind. If I'm blind and you blind and we walking together, how far are we gonna get? I'm just saying. Now we might can make it. But if I'm not a trained blind, if you not a trained blind, and we walk and we don't know where we at, we're not going to make it. And a lot of times when you're dealing with a situation when it comes to loss, when it comes to grief, each situation is different. You love these persons different. It doesn't matter if you've gone through this 10 times, 5 times, or 1 time. It's different. And it's a situation that you haven't been in. It is something that's new. So with that being said, you want to be able to be around people who not only who have gone through what you may be experiencing, but who have come out of it and who are coming out of it in a positive mind frame, who have came out of their situation through goodness and through love and through humbleness, and not someone who is spiraling out of control in anger and depression and denial. You can be in those situations for years. You can be in those situations for life. And it doesn't have to be the loss of a loved one. It can be the loss of a job. It can be the loss of a house. It can be the loss of a car. It can be the loss of a friend. It could be the loss of a boyfriend. It could be the loss of a girlfriend. Whatever. It doesn't have to be a loss through death. You know, anything that is there that is no longer there when you was used to it, it makes a difference. So I'm going to read 2 scriptures. First, I'm going to go into Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. And it says, "He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm." Okay? I'm going into 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. It says, "Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good morals." Don't be deceived. See, that's where the saying come from. Birds of a feather flock together. See, you need to hang with like-minded people that, no, in this situation, you need to hang with those that are where you want to be, you know. And with that being said, that means then your mind will become alike. Okay, you don't want to be around those who are just basically complaining like you, who are gossiping like you, who are, sad and agitated all the time like you. You want the opposite of that. If you are in a negative frame all the time, you want to be around people who are happy. You want to be around people who says, you know what, this glass is half full. You don't want to be around those who say, oh, this glass is half empty. Same glass, different scenarios, different feelings, different meanings. It's the same glass. And it's the same thing with you. Two people can have two different opinions about you, but it's still you. I can tell you how much I love you, and you are so beautiful. And they can tell you how much they hate you, and you are so ugly. But you the same person. The thing is, which are you going to believe? What is that which you believe about yourself? Because it all that matter is the thoughts that you have about yourself. Because I can tell you good things, and you don't have to believe them, and you will not even receive it. Or you can have a high vibration of goodness in you, and I can tell you bad things, and you won't believe it because you will know that's not true. So at the end of the day, it still goes back to what you think, what you feel, what you believe about you. Okay? So believe goodness. You know, just as easy as it is to frown, it's easier to smile. And it says it takes more muscles to frown than smile. Isn't that a doozy? So, I'm also going to read this right here. It says, the principal difference between heaven and hell is the company you keep there. And that's by Lois McMaster Behold. They always say, I've heard it's heaven here on earth. I've heard it's hell here on earth. Which one is it? It's what you make it. Life is what you make it. Okay? And you only gonna make it out of what you believe. And that which you believe, that's what you will receive. So through this loss of your loved one, of your material possession, it's okay. You are still able to make it through. It's not over for you. Okay? It's not the end. And it's okay. You don't have to be out here bargaining, and you don't have to be out here angry. And it's okay to be angry if you direct that anger into motivation or into the strength that you need to be able to get up and conquer that which you feel has defeated you. Okay? It also, I have another quote that I want to read. It says, tell me who your enemy is, and I will tell you who you are. See, it's a reason why you may be upset with the person if you have someone that you are particularly blaming or someone that you are angry with right now. Maybe they abandoned you during this loss. Maybe they said that they will be there for you, or maybe they made promises or whatever the situation may be and they did not hold up their end of the bargain, and you are upset with this person. So that's what that quote is saying. Because at the end of the day, if you really go down to the root of the situation, whatever it is about that person that you are so upset about, or you just got disgust about, and that you hate so much about them, trust. That's within you. And if it's not within you, guess what? You will become that person. Because what you think about, you bring about. And so a man thinketh, so is he. And if you are spending all your valuable and precious time on this person, you are giving that person power and control over your life. And not only that, but your thoughts becomes things, which means that negative thought and those negative emotions and those negative feelings that you have about this person, slowly but surely, you are becoming that which you abhor. So, see, that which you hate the most, that's what you become. Even though you say you'll never do that and I'll never be that. If you dwelling on it so much, and if you are continually keeping that person within your conversation, trust. It is similarities between the two of you. Okay? I have another quote. It says, "Darkness comes. In the middle of it, the future looks blank. The temptation to quit is huge. Don't. You are in good company. You will argue with yourself that there is no way forward. But with God, nothing is impossible. He has more ropes and ladders and tunnels out of pits than you can conceive. Wait. Pray without ceasing. Hope." That's by John Piper. And that is so true. You know, there is no situation too big that you cannot come out of. And even with death, it's a transition. So, what is it that you are working towards right now? What is it that has you stuck in the bargaining stage, that has you stuck in anger, that has you in denial about the situation? Come up out of it. Speak yourself up out of that situation. It's okay, because you do not have to remain stagnant in that situation. You can come up out of that situation. And not only can you come up out that situation, but like I said, surround yourself with people who are already at the level that you are trying to be. It's somebody there that's in your life that's encouraging you by far. And if you cannot be in this person's presence, study up on them more. Read up on them. Figure out ways to learn all the information that you can. And then apply those same things into your life. Because if it happened for them, it'll happen for you. All you have to do is believe it, conceive it, and you will achieve it. Ask, seek, and knock. Do not be afraid to speak that goodness. The same way you put that power into the negativity, the same way you say that you can't, it's the same way you can say that you can. Because you can do it. And it's just as much as you saying the negative things. I promise it's easier to say the good things. And it's possible. You can change. You can enjoy the sun after the darkness. You can enjoy life after loss. You can smile again, even with the tears drying up on your face. It's okay. We at Dre's Club believe in you. We know that it is possible to come out of the darkness and into the light. And we appreciate you here at Dre's Club. As you can see, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yes, it is. I'm out here. Y'all can just call me Joy. Out of the movie, what is it? Inside Out? I think that's the name of the movie. Babe, what's the name of the movie? Let me see. Did I write that down? Did I write that down? Yeah, it is. Disney's Inside Out. That's a good movie that you can look up on. It even go with what we talking about here in Dre's Club about these emotions. See, with my glasses on, I can be sad. Okay? That's also a Disney character. But I'm still Joy. I ain't said I'm Joy, okay? So I'm Joy with the glasses on and with the glasses off, okay? But I'm also your host, Little Boo Bit. Telling you we appreciate you. I appreciate you.